Well, it may not be the most flattering of thumbnails tonight for the Dallas Stars as they are blanked by the Columbus Blue Jackets 1-0. Sam is so upset that he might be frozen a couple of times. Sam, make sure you move a little bit so we know you're not locked into one spot. There he is. Actually look a little better now. Sam Nestler alongside Craig Ludwig, our producer Katya Vialba. I'm Owen Newkirk. Sean Shapiro will be joining us a little bit later tonight live from Columbus. And he and Sam are having a battle to see who can have the worst Wi-Fi connection for the broadcast. Before we get into all the action tonight, and I'm sure Luds will really be upset with me for eating into the post-game show, let's talk about the Finnish Mafia hoodie. It's available now on all DLLS.com, and I can attest all of us have one now thanks to our great benefactor. Oh, look at that. T.O. generously bought each of us a Finnish Mafia hoodie. They're extremely soft, very comfortable. I highly, highly recommend that you get your hands on one. Go to alldls.com before they are sold out. And speaking of being sold out, we have a DLLS diehard only watch party coming up at the end of the month. So in about 9 days, Stars and Mavs both have road games. So both DLLS shows, the Stars and Mavs pods, will be in the studio in downtown Dallas, aka the Coffee Roasters building. And we have, I believe, a sellout already. So why am I telling you about a sellout? Because if you are not already a diehard, you missed out on the opportunity to A, find out about the event probably early in the Discord, B, get tickets because you had to be a diehard to get them, and C, enjoy the pleasure of our company. And that is both KG, Bobby, Ron of the Mavs show. I'm not missing anyone, am I? Oh, Mark Stein. I don't know if Stein will be there or not, but then Sam, Luds, myself, of course, Tanner, Luds' favorite producer, Ryan, our producer, who we love. All of us will be there. I think Wild Fork Foods will be there. It's providing delicious spread for us. Oh, I can't wait. Should be a lot of fun. That's coming up on January 31st. All right, guys, I ate on 3 minutes of the show. That's as best as I could kill.
We're done.
What do you take away from this 1-0 shutout loss to the Blue Jackets tonight up in Columbus?
My takeaway was this is where you miss Mikko Rantanen. You know, I think, especially in the power play, the more you look at the power play, I didn't think they were as direct from points and pucks going to the net. But there's one thing that Rantanen does and does well. There's a lot of things that Rantanen does and does well. But the one thing he does on the power play, he will creep when he has the puck on it'd be to the goaltender's left side over there on the right side for the guys shooting at him. What he'll do is he kind of creeps a little bit closer to the net, and he gets somebody to come to him, and then he backs off a little bit, and then the next time he comes to him a little bit more, and then with those hands of his or how he can shield his body and the player away, he sucks somebody out of position. Then he makes that pass, whether it's to wide in the in the bumper position, or he goes to the offside. And when you don't have him out there doing that, everybody just kind of stays in the same places for the most part from a penalty killing unit. I did like how I think it was Wyatt a couple guys took pucks to the net.
You see that one where Wyatt did exactly what you've been asking, take the puck from the corner and drive the crease?
The problem with that is, not the problem, that's the good thing is the other guys have to pick up on it. They have to go downhill because there's going to be pucks laying there. And so if you're on the offside, I think Matt Duchene may have been over there a time or two, but even when who's ever in the bumper spot, if it's Hintz, whoever that may be, you have to gravitate to the net. When you see your player doing that, and a lot of times it's like, okay, on the first one, I'm going to take the puck to the net. Next one, I should be able to draw a couple of guys down. I'll take off. I'll come to that bumper spot. But anyway, I like that part of it. But guys have to gravitate to the net because in reality, it's probably, if you ask a good goaltender, it's not a difficult save for him. But there's going to be some garbage laying around, and that's where other people should come in there and collect it.
All right, Sam, your immediate takeaway from this game where the Stars, I believe, finished with a 28-22 edge in shots on goal. They missed the net a whole lot, but they did not win where it matters, which is goals.
Yeah, that was the key. What you just said is they missed the net. The thing that I think Sean's going to talk about it later, so I won't go into it too much. But they didn't put the puck in the right spot a whole lot. And when they did try, they maybe were trying a little too hard, and they were trying to pick corners, and they missed the net. I know Wyatt missed one, a couple of really good chances. Robo had one that you have the chance and you miss the net. That usually tells me you're trying to be perfect, and that's usually what happens. When you have
there goes Sam.
Huh?
Let's finish his sentence.
I hear him.
Oh, he's still talking to you?
What happened? Yeah. Did I freeze?
To me,
no, I can hear you, Sam.
He was fine. So it's just my connection then.
Okay.
We're off to a great start tonight, guys.
Well, we can hear you. I can hear both of
you. That's usually what happens though when your goalie playing well, right? Is you start to try to be too perfect. The bummer for me, and I was just writing about this, is the game is whatever, right? It was the game 1-0. Goalie plays well, you miss some shots. That's not a big deal, but because of how important it was to stack performances on top of that Boston one, to not even get a goal and not create enough, or not create enough, not score enough, not get on a little bit of confidence. That is what hurts a little bit more. They could have lost this game 4-3, still played well, and not really thought too much about it. But the fact that they were shut out, didn't get a goal, didn't get the power play going, all that kind of stuff, it just puts things back again. They can't find that traction where, remember, every night the other previously in the season, we're sitting there looking at each other like, they make it easy, right? They won again. They scored 4 again. The power play scored again. They're not able to stack any of that stuff anymore. Right now, it's been 3 losses and a win, and then 2 losses and a win. Now it's one big win where everything feels great. The floodgates are open, and they can't get a goal, and they get shut out. So it's just tough for them right now to get that traction they're desperately looking for.
You know, I was wondering tonight too, especially hold the goalie with what, 3.5, whatever it was.
Yeah, a little over 3.
My player selection at times, like I saw Beck out there, I saw Fox out there, I think Bastian was out there. You know, I was wondering if Gully was searching tonight, like who am I seeing? Who can, and was it going to be an ugly goal? And so I was just curious, and that might have a lot to do with obviously Ryan out there, because he would probably be out there the whole time. But there was times there I was just wondered what was going through Gullickson's mind. Not in a bad way, but what was he seeing that, you know, those guys were going to get out there
it almost felt like it was like exactly what you said. Go show me. We don't have our big guy. So I think it was Robo, Wyatt, and Miro that were out there pretty much the whole time with every group. And they had Ritzkovian and Steele out there once. And they had, as you said, they had Bastian out there. And guess who had the best chance of the whole thing was Ritzkovian hitting it off the crossbar. So it might have been like, hey, these are the guys going tonight. Robo, Haskin and Hintz, Johnston. Someone else go and try to add to that, because no one else had really, produced a ton. And it almost worked with Ritzkovian.
Yeah.
So I understand exactly what Sam's talking about wanting to layer performances. When I look at this, I just feel like I don't think this was a bad performance. Now, they didn't win, so ultimately you're judged by results. But they did create, to me, they created enough opportunities to score, right? I thought this was a game where if they executed, you keep hearing Gully talk about execution. If this was a game in which they executed a little better, they probably win this hockey game, right? So, you want to win a couple in a row and get that momentum rolling. I don't know. Lutz, do you think that this is a setback, or this is better following up the win than we saw? Remember, they beat the Capitals and then looked bad against the Sharks. Then they won in LA and then looked awful against the Ducks. Is this that?
Not for me. The first thing I would think of is effort. I think the effort was there. When you say about the chances, the first thing when you said that is, and I don't remember all of them. I'm wondering how many second chances were there though? Was it one and dones more often than not? Were there guys?
Which is typical for this team.
Exactly. And so when things aren't, and just because they had one game where they scored 5-6 goals, whatever, doesn't mean everything is fixed. So the other night when they did score those goals, look at where they were scoring from. I think there were 4 of the 6 that were scored within a couple feet of the net.
Agreed.
And so I think you still have to continue with that mentality. I think it's only going to pay off as the season wears along, especially when you get to game 83, because that's usually where you got to score some goals from, the interior. You got to get inside of guys, and you got to fight for some ice, and you're going to have to get a second and third whack because you're going to run into a hot goaltender. You're going to run into a couple defensemen that just kind of set up shop and don't let you get away with the first one very easily. So that was my thought: is how many times are they fighting for those opportunities after the initial shot?
Well, tonight, again, you're right. A lot of the first ones went in against Boston, so there weren't a lot of need necessarily for the second chances. But Lyubushkin had a grade A on a rebound from an Oscar Beck shot, and Greaves made a very good save going post to post. In the second period, Jamie Benn had a backhander on a rebound from Jason Robertson right at the top of the crease. Then in the third period, they had the Bastian stuff shot after Miro's one-timer at the point. So, again, I'm not rattling off.
Those aren't the names I want to hear, though.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but but those guys are always there.
They should be doing that. Yes.
Like, where's Robo's rebound? And then where's Wyatt's rebound? And where's Hintz's rebound? And you know what I'm saying? Like Maverick. Yeah. So, Matt had two chances for sure tonight that I thought, but that kind of goes back to what we did in the show the other day. I think it was yesterday. Did we do a show yesterday?
We did.
All together. I don't know.
Yeah, you were in studio with Robert yesterday.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget Robert? But the thing, I think one of the things I said yesterday, I asked you guys, is like, if Maverick Bourque is going to be a top 6 player, is this a Stanley Cup team? And you know what I'm saying? Like that.
And I think we all said ideally no.
Right. And so tonight I would want Maverick Bourque, if he's that guy that he was in the American League and everywhere else before it, he needs to be that sniper too.
So there were 2 grade A's for Bourque. I had 1 grade A and 1 super grade A. He had that really nice play. I think it was Robertson that set him up in the slot for a one-timer. And then obviously the breakaway. I call it sort of a partial breakaway because it wasn't like from the blue line in or anything like that. He
had enough time to pick a spot.
He had enough time.
You know where he was going. Yeah.
Yep. So in that regard, happy with it, Sam, that, I thought Bourque looked like he belonged except for the finishing part of it. And then I'm watching the 6-on-5 and Sam Steele comes out there for the second grouping. And this is not a let's get mad at Sam Steele. He does a lot of things well. He moves the puck quickly. He's smart. He works the boards. And I was just thinking, if Sam Steele had 2 guys that could finish on his line, and he was the third high guy and go in the corner
for 40 games,
and it hasn't worked. And I'm sitting there going, but that should work, right? And the problem is because many times, even though he has those guys, Johnston and Rantanen, he ends up being the one that's on the end of the pass rather than the one that's dishing that one. And that's, albeit the issue. He's not a bad player. He really isn't.
It's the offensive instincts that I noticed. I really started to look early on and just say, he's just not finishing the chances. But then you start to see, that one, he's a little bit behind where the pass goes, or that one, the pass was a little in his skates. And you realize it's probably not Mikko Rantanen's fault that the pass was in his skates. No. He doesn't do that to anybody. So you start to realize Sam Steele just doesn't have that one little extra burst of, I know that I need to be here like Wyatt Johnston does. And I think that's what set him back. And we've given him full credit. He had to redefine his career because he realized pretty quickly he was not the first round pick that's going to be a top 6 forward. And he's done a great job in his role. But I just think that's what's missing is that extra instinct.
To your point, Sam, was Sam the guy on the receiving end with Duchesne tonight?
Yes.
Duchesne had a 2-on-1. Was that Steele?
Yes.
Okay. So you talk about offensive instincts. What Steele did on that, when Duchesne comes down, Duchesne's coming down inside the dots about the hash mark area and makes a nice little pass over to Steele.
He does.
But what Steele does prior to that is he moves to his right. He ends up going over between the part of the circle that's on the inside of the ice and almost the face-off dot. Okay? Because in my mind, I'm going, don't go there. Go over Duchesne, because you're in a good spot. Because what it does is he moves 2 or 3 feet to his right. It buys that little bit of time for a goaltender to get across. If he stays where it was, and that goaltender has to respect Matt Duchesne, although, to be honest with you, I think if it were me as a goaltender, which would never happen, obviously, is if I see Matt Duchesne coming down the ice on a 2-on-1, I'm thinking pass if Duchesne has got the puck. I think he's a passer 60 to 70% of the time.
Isn't that just like Rantanen too?
Well, I don't know.
Because he does like to dish.
Yeah, I think Mikko's smart enough to know. See, what I think Mikko looks at things like I do at goaltenders. I would think if you go back and you look at the goaltender when Duchesne is coming down, you'll see a lot of weight on his right leg that's against the post, because I believe he's getting ready to move.
He's loaded up. Yeah.
Because I think that when Mikko Rantanen comes down on a goaltender, they don't know what the hell he's going to do. Is he going to pass? And most of the time, he's coming down on his offside. And he can do things and make those passes somehow that makes it look like he's on his strong side and makes such a nice pass. He can pull it back and throw a saucer like that, and it doesn't give goaltenders time. But again, when you're passing the puck for the most part, you know, to the Wyatts and Robo and Hintz, those guys. Think about Hintz. Every time Hintz gets the puck, what does he do with it from Rantanen? It's a one touch right away.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a goaltender time to recover. And, you know, Robo, you know, if he's over here, but otherwise Robo's more of a get it and then curl it and bring it back and drag. So you catch a goaltender going here, and then he catches them in the move.
All right. We are going to bring Sean on right after the ad break to hear from Columbus. Then, of course, I see you already getting some super chats in. Load them up. We'll hit them. We don't have a lot of goals to talk about. We can go through them. But let's talk to Sean next here on the DLLS Stars postgame show. Let's talk about Shopify for a minute, won't we? Because with Shopify, there's no better way to start 2026 off with some fresh energy. Finally launch your business with Shopify. 2026 is the year you rewrite your story, own your future, and make your entrepreneurial dreams come true. Start your business with Shopify in 2026 and become who you're meant to be. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names to first-time business owners just getting started. Shopify gives you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. Set up as fast with Shopify's built-in AI tools that write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. So in 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/allcity. Go to shopify.com/allcity. That's shopify.com/allcity. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side. Now let's talk about Ownwell. I am a homeowner, and being a homeowner, which is easy for me to say, every year in Texas, you get your new property tax bill. And guess what? It keeps going up. Even with homestead exemptions, those things keep crawling up. So then I found Ownwell. And Ownwell makes it so easy because it takes about 3 minutes to sign up, and then Ownwell does the rest. And I can't tell you how happy I am with the property tax savings that Ownwell provides. In fact, you only pay if you save. So save time and money on your property taxes with Ownwell. Only pay if you save. Go to ownwell.com/Texas to learn more. And if you can't spell, it's OWNWELL.com/Texas, where more than 86% of customers get their assessed values reduced and save money on property taxes. All right. Well, he found the Zamboni backup sounds. Sean, you couldn't have done better than you did in the pregame show.
Well, I don't know where else to go in this building. There's sounds everywhere. There's a giant cannon about 30 feet to my right. It only went off once tonight, actually twice, because they do it before the game too. So
do they not shoot the cannon off after the win?
I guess technically that I was on the elevator at that point, so I was spared from that cannon. But yeah, technically 3 times tonight. 3 times.
There you go. Okay, so let's start with the obvious. What was the atmosphere, the scene like at Nationwide? I heard Razor multiple times in the broadcast, which of course you probably weren't listening to, say that the crowd was not super riled up. Was that an object a bit of the game, do you think?
I mean, it was not a lot happened in this hockey game, right? Like there wasn't a lot to be excited about, and The attendance was about 14,000 announced. I mean, the upper bowl was probably about half empty right below me. So, I mean, Razor was putting it very politely. There weren't a lot of people here. So that's what I think part of crowds getting riled needs to be more of an actual crowd. So that's one level of it. I mean, the game tonight, we'll talk all about the Stars scoring woes here in a minute, right? Obviously, but I think the other thing is the Columbus Blue Jackets looked at the state of the Eastern Conference. They looked at themselves as a team in crisis and everything like that. And there's a reason they went and hired Rick Bowness. They wanted to come win 1-0 games. They wanted to come win 2-1, 3-2 games. This is what they signed up for, and that's what they got tonight. So the building was kind of dead, yes. And I mean, I think the loudest cheers out of anything were the empty net goal that was waved off because people realized it was Charlie Coyle, who in his 1,000th game would have scored into the empty net, and
it would have been his 200th goal too.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if you guys saw the clip. The loudest this building ever got was Charlie Coyle's dad, who's apparently named Chuck, came in and did the lineup read before the game. And so they showed the video board. They showed it on the video board in here, and he came in, and on the video board, he basically in the video of the lineup introduction, he came in and said, first thing he said, Olivier, first guy you see that looks at you wrong, run him over. That's exactly that's what Charlie Coyle's dad said to in the Blue Jackets locker room, and that was the most energy that was in this entire building. So I mean, just like the shots on net, nothing ever elevated tonight. So it's
Hey, Sean, was there a lot of green? It looked like there was a lot of victory green in that arena of the fans that were there.
I mean, relatively, I mean,
I'm just curious. Camera angles, it looked like it was a lot of green.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a good amount of Stars fans here. It was I chatted with a couple who are. It was good to catch up with some Stars fans in the building. You heard the Stars during the anthem and everything like that. So I think Stars fans represent well in most places now. Like this is a fan base that is a little bit more widespread than people realize. So. And yes, I am. It is the danger zone. I mean, there's a literal
chat. Sean is having a ball with you right now. Between you having a hard hat, a bulletproof vest, trying to look tough.
So I took the. I found this must be their VIP section here. I literally have there's a rope back there. There's a rope that's protects.
Like a velvet rope. Leslie knows all about that.
Sean, it sounds like you're downtown Minneapolis.
Hey-o.
Oh, that's where. Anywho, but yes. So no, not a lot to get excited about. Even for Columbus is playing a boring brand of hockey. So,
Luds, does that track with the way you remember Rick Bowness coaching, or is that him specifically trying to emphasize getting a team that's not been very good defensively to start playing like that?
Yeah, I think he looks. Bones has been around, for so long. He understands what the strengths and weaknesses, more importantly, the strengths of a team are. And I think that he understands that we're probably not a team that's going to score more than 3 goals a game, 3 or 4 goals in a game. But ironically, I looked today and I was shocked to see this. They're actually a better 5. They have more goals scored 5-on-5 than Dallas does, which I know that Dallas does a lot of the power play and did, but it was surprising to me to see that was a stat that they had. And one of the guys, though, I mean, just look at the guy that won it for him. He's just I said he was kind of watching Minnesota and Detroit right now, and I'm seeing Hughes, and I mentioned Hughes before the game that kid he's not a kid anymore, but reminds me a little bit of Hughes. And then I watch Hughes and I'm like, not so much, but regardless, he has that in him. Werenski, just the way that he plays that game, you can see he is the catalyst to those guys. So I think when it comes to Rick and what he's coaching with, he understands I only got 1 or 2 or 3 of those guys, and so we have to play a certain style if we want to climb in and give ourselves some kind of a chance to make a push.
Doesn't he lead the NHL in defenseman goals now too?
He does. 1 over Chikrin after tonight's game.
And he has I actually talked to Werenski this morning, and it's interesting talking to him, obviously, because I actually know it's a funny thing. Rick Bowness has been here for 4 or 5 games. I actually know Rick Bowness better than Zach Werenski because of just the time covering him in Dallas before and everything like that. But it was interesting talking to Werenski this morning about it, where, well, Rick has come in and brought this, hey, we're going to play with more structure. We're going to play more defensively. We're going to be smart about this. He's had that separate talk. Werenski told me Bones has had that separate talk with a couple of those guys where you have the green lights, right? Like we want the Danton Heinens of the world to play, to keep it clean and simple and everything like that. But he has gone and had that separate conversation with those guys of, I want you guys to have that green light. I want you to have that. And so I think it's playing to your strengths, and it's what this Blue Jackets team is going to need, because right now they came into tonight second to last in the Eastern Conference. I think it was 7 points out of the out of the second wild card, right? That is how this wild card, with every team other than the Rangers above 500 in the East, that's how they're going to get in. That's how this team looks at how they're going to get in. That's how they're going to be the tough out. That's how they're going to scrap and claw their way in. Tonight was a really good example of that. And at the end of the day, though, this is one of those things. I think I heard Lud's talking about a little bit about high-skilled players being in points of leverage and everything. This is still one of those games where there's so many opportunities where I go back and circle that the Stars should have won this game 2-1. So
I'm laughing at the chat, trying so hard not to, and I got called out by Control Alt Own saying I'm trying hard not to laugh. So we have the British are coming. Watch out for the Redcoats. He's in a blasting zone. Sean is listening to the 1812 overture. I mean, they are absolutely I love it.
Should we once I don't want to go interrupt the actual television broadcast post game for Columbus. Once that's over, should I go over to the cannon? Because the cannon is right there.
You might as well. Sean,
cool.
Cujo just said that you're going to go home tonight and write to your lovely wife that it was 3 days after the war in the dissonant land.
It is supposed to be -15 wind chill where I live tomorrow, so this is all fitting right now. So
yeah, you're going to Valley Forge to try to ride out the harsh winter. So
yes.
The question, aside from the silliness of one of the chats, one if by land, two if by sea, and Sean's scared to get in the battlefield crossfire. I love this. Keep going, guys. You're killing it. Kat demanded that you go show us the cannon immediately. But as you do that, I wanted to ask,
He's talking about the cannon in the building, by the way, Sean.
I thank you for the clarification. Yes, thank you. We did have quite a double entendre thumbnail tonight, so it's important to make sure we know.
Risque.
So Cujo wants me to get a tri-corner hat. Well, if you give me a big enough super chat, I'll do it. So
you
come on, Cujo.
have one? You have one readily available?
Maybe I do. And if you want to know the story,
what is that?
Super chat me.
What's a tri-colored hat?
Lutz doesn't know either.
Not tri-colored, tri-corner. You know the hats they wore like in the Revolutionary War?
Oh, yeah.
The pizza slice. Yeah, I got
it's
you.
It's called a tri-corner, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Pizza box. I got it.
My goodness, we learned it. If you're a reporter, which you very much are, right? We always talk about this from a broadcast perspective. These are the hard games because you have to summon the energy, manufacture stuff because the game isn't necessary. Although there were plenty of high danger chances to get something, but there's not a lot of goals. And so you're a writer, you go down to the media availability tonight. What are you looking for knowing that there aren't a ton of storylines because of the game?
Well, there's storylines, but there's also, this is a fascinating post game to go to because call it a read the room type moment, right? Like, so there's this game, they just lost 1-0. They know what they've done wrong. They have a quick flight to St. Louis for tomorrow. And
no, to Dallas.
Oh yes, sorry, they're playing
St. Louis
tomorrow.
Is, by the way, St. Louis is here already waiting for them.
That's nothing like Carolina to Washington, Sean.
Oh, stop it.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like the great Carolina to Washington trek.
I'll never live that one down. Never.
It's one of those moments where and Hikes comes in and leads the charge because that's what he does on the road. It's funny, like he starts spitting off questions right away, and he said to me, he's like, "Wait, there's someone else here to ask a question," and so you try to read the room on it, and of course So they brought out Thomas Harley and Wyatt Johnson after the game. I don't know exactly what the plan is for media protocol now when they bring people out, because I got down there and that's who we were just given. But like, yes, Thomas Harley, and I think Thomas's sarcasm is brilliant in many times, but you ask him, hey, do you think maybe you guys should have elevated the puck more? And he says, I don't know, maybe. I thought Justin Ritzkovian did it pretty good, but he went 2 inches too high, right? Like that's the
His dry wit is very sharp.
But it was, so the thing that the conversation that was, I think you get a little bit more from a coach after this. I think a lot of times in post-game interviews and press conferences, a lot of them are no-win situations. Like they're
that's coming from.
What? Like a lot of post-game situations here, it's a no-win situation because the players, they're not going to explain why Maverick Bork can't elevate a puck on the rush. They're not going to explain why Matt Duchene is double clutching on right along the left side there. All these things that we can point out without having to go to the players. At least you get a little bit more from the coach, and that's pretty good.
I'm telling you, the chat is absolutely killing it tonight. They're having a ball with this.
I am intentionally in the private chat instead of clicking on comments right now because
That's why I've been giggling for the last 10 minutes.
That was actually that was a good one. I'm sorry.
You didn't see the one earlier where Man U fan said we took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we fought the bloody British in a town called New Orleans. We've got poets in the chat tonight.
No,
all right,
that's great.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
Find some safe cover from the shots.
Get to the cannon.
Get to the cannon. We have an ad
Let's go
break,
get some cannon.
we'll be right back
we'll
with
try to
Sean,
find
hopefully
the
with
cannon.
all his
We'll try to find the
extremities
cannon.
in the DLS Stars postgame show. Game Time is the perfect place for you to get tickets for NHL hockey games. Whether it's at the AAC or anywhere around the NHL, you need to use the Game Time app or their website, but the app is so easy because you just download it and you get amazing tickets, 100% authentic tickets. That's the Game Time guarantee. And fees are always included, so you know what you're paying when you look at the tickets. There's no surprise inflating balloon of costs when you check out. Of course, you don't just need to do NHL tickets. We're talking about all of the sporting events, all of the entertainment, concerts, theater, stand-up comedy. I actually bought tickets to a great local comedian who's really a national comedian, but based out of DFW. On Game Time, it was super easy. Now, if you take the guesswork out of buying NHL tickets or any other tickets with Game Time, just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code DLLS for $20 off your first purchase. It worked for me. All terms do apply. But again, create an account, redeem the code DLLS for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Now my favorite read. No, they're all my favorites. It's like your children. But with Shady Rays, I just love carving out Luds because he doesn't know how to get it in the Slack. It's been over a year and a half, and he still can't do it. So he never got his complimentary pair of Shady Rays that they offered to all the DLS hosts and producers. I have mine, and I love them because not only are they comfortable, seriously good looking, polarized lenses, durable, and of course, not stupidly expensive. But if you ever lose or break them, they have a lost or broken replacement plan. They'll send you a new pair, even if you lose them on the first day, no questions asked. It is super easy, great styles, whether you crush them at a gas station or let the dogs chew on them. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com, use the code DLLS35 for 35% off polarized sunglasses. That's DLLS35. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Howdy, y'all. I believe the British are coming. Okay, so
we actually have one.
There we go.
Don't worry. We're hunting for the cannon, guys. I promise.
That looks like a pirate hat.
It's so the story is we go to Boston. Remember, I bought tickets on Game Time to see the Red Sox Labor Day weekend. And one of the things we did is we went to the Boston Tea Party Museum. And we are at the gift shop at the end of the tour, which was like going to live theater. It was really cool. And my wife goes, I got to buy myself one of those tri-corner hats. I go, why? You'll never wear it. And I kid you not, it was either yesterday or the day before I was chirping her because it's been sitting collecting dust on one of her dressers since Labor Day. Hasn't
Found the
been
cannon.
touched.
We got the cannon.
And then I go scurrying into the other room to get it. And she sees me run by and goes, "What are you doing?" "I'm getting the tricorner hat." She goes, "This is my moment." Ridiculous.
Sean,
The only bad thing is it doesn't work with the headphones very well.
The
Sean,
cannon.
light that thing.
We've got the cannon. We made it. We found the cannon.
I'll give you
Everyone
$5 if you fire that thing off.
Hey, Sean,
I mean,
you've been accused of reporting from Appomattox Courthouse.
there's a fire extinguisher right next to it, so I don't know if we can see that. There we go. See, so that means that there's safety if we do go light it.
I
Smokey
think
the Bear.
the cowboy hat in the studio suits me better than the tricorner, though.
I don't know if anybody looks good in the tri-corner.
Well,
Maybe Jack
I don't know.
Sparrow.
Problem is I can't hear with it because of the headphones, so I'm gonna have to take it off, and putting it on top of that just looks.
I'm here. I just think the cannon is a better visual than my face right now.
Sean, answer me this question: is somebody playing hockey? Is that them putting the boards away? What's going on?
Are they doing a
What's the noise?
changeover?
There's a concert tomorrow.
That's
so
it.
it's a changeover. I couldn't tell what it was.
So they are. There's a concert tomorrow. So they are. They're going through and putting down the floors for whatever the concert will be. So.
By the way, I'm just imagining people that listen to our post-game show on the audio version on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it, and have no idea what the cannon Sean saw. They can't see it. They didn't see my hat. So they just think Sean is being shot at like it's the 4th of July.
I mean, no, wait, put the cannon facing Owen with the tri-corner hat. That will be great. Like,
unfortunately, I just knocked it off the desk and onto the floor, so I have to dive out of the scene to go get it. See, this is great though, Luds, because I was thinking, like, man, how are we going to talk about this for an hour? We don't have any breakdowns. There's only one goal. And then
how are we losing everybody? Where'd Sam go?
Well, Sam has been shot.
I'm
so
still
he's
right
been
here.
No, we lost Sam.
Oh,
No,
Sam,
I fear that Sam may have been cut out by the artillery fire. Do you guys want me to bring this back to hockey, or are you having too much fun being silly?
It's a lot of fun right now.
I know.
It's just, I don't know. Ask the people. Ask the people. Take a quick poll.
Yeah, the chat. Do you guys want us? Oh, apparently it's a Jason Aldean concert in Columbus tomorrow night. Matt used the Google machine and checked it out.
The Google machine.
Okay, let's ask you this then.
Your money even tomorrow.
Or actually, Sean, did you get much from Gully? Did you go and listen to him, or was it just the players that you talked to?
I did talk to him. It was.
Any thoughts about Gully post game tonight? What he had to say?
I mean, it's a lot of the message from tonight from the coaches and the team is, hey, we had the chances, we got to the right areas, we just need to do a better execution job on that final. We have to do a better job finishing, and they're not wrong. It's also. There's also, I mean, the only other update is Mikko Rantanen's not on this trip right now, so they're hoping that maybe he's healthy enough to join the team tomorrow. That's the only other real update, and it was, I think from a Stars perspective, they're looking at this game as if they play this game 99 times, they win it. If they play this game 100 times, they win it 99 because all of a sudden they're elevating pucks and everything, and that's definitely the vibe I got from the group and talking to and also talking to some Stars people on the elevator down, because it's whether they're right or wrong is up for us to discuss, I guess, because I think there's I don't know, Luds for you. I know as much as how much can a coach actually tell the players to lift the puck? Like, is that like just realistically speaking, like, is it something that like is that a coaching thing, or is that just a group brain malfunction?
Well, I mean, my opinion is when you have Mikko Rantanen, Wyatt Johnston, Hintz, Robo, you shouldn't have to tell anybody. Like,
correct.
They should be telling people. They should be they should be the ones that recognize that. I mean, you keep the best players and the guys that stick the puck in the night or pick in the net every 3 games. You would think that they would be the ones saying, "Listen, the dude is pretty good down low."
So is this more, in your opinion, guys, the Stars have only won 3 of their last, 13 games. So people are a little frustrated and want to see those results build up again. Because to me, as you hear Sean talk about that Gully thing, hey, we win that game more times than we don't. That's a comment you hear early in the season when things haven't really gotten firing on all cylinders, and everyone says, "Hey,
all cylinders,
feel great."
Good job there.
Thank you. But at the same time, are we still at a point where that's okay, Luds? Are we not? Because they're in a great spot. They had a great start to the year. I don't think people should really take this one and start going to the ledge to hurl themselves into the abyss.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen because of the way that this schedule is. Before you know it, you're going to have 15 games to go. So, I mean, I think the urgency needs to get put in place now. Yeah, to say that you're in a good spot, of course you are. But Minnesota may win tonight, and what does that do to the standings? And they win, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be. I mean, your motivation should be to steer clear of not starting at home in the first round. That should be enough motivation right there. And you've got, what is that? What was tonight? Game 51?
51 tonight. Yep.
So, you got 31 games to go to get everything back in order where you want. And I think you need to win 20, 25 of those if you want to be heading into the playoffs the right way.
Boy, if you win 25 of the last 31, you might have a chance to win the division, though. If you think about that, I know Colorado has a big lead. That's a huge number.
Team, you're going to have to play. You're going to have to play 900 hockey in order, to catch it. Though they stay on their pace, it's not. This isn't anything about catching the Avs. It's about, more importantly, it's not even about finishing, making sure you're in second. It's about getting your game in order as you head. You come down the stretch and you got 10 games to go. You want to be playing your best hockey.
Well, we're facing the barrel of the gun right now, literally, from Sean. And I don't know if you guys happen to see what was put on the chat just a minute ago, because the chat has been trying to come up with a Revolutionary War nickname for our show and our diehards. We have things like the Green Coat Militia, the Tri-Corner Battalion of Victory Green, General Puckington's Regiment, the Lone Star Minutemen. I'm reading the one before that, Cat. The Victory Green Dragoons, the Continental Corps of Center Ice. And then in the second time around, we get the Republic of Rinkside Rangers, the Dallas Liberty Line, the Green and Grit Grenadiers, the Hat Trick Hatters, the Colonial Crease Guard, and I think the one that Cat likes the best, the Sons of Slapshot. So
I like them.
And now we have requests for a DLLS Stars branded tri-corner hat and a coonskin cap.
Yes, that would sell well.
I think we've officially gone off the deep end, and Sean is just giggling around the scenes at Nationwide, which is very appropriate for the audio version of the pod tonight.
We have the and now I've got all the light. I got the light spears here to work really well on front of the camera as well. So,
are you on the other side of a piece of plexiglass?
No, I'm not.
Boy, that's what it looks like. Lights just
it looks like you're between the boards.
It does. Let's see if we clean the camera. Let's see. Oh, nope, still there.
No, it made it way worse. Way worse.
That's way worse. Let's try again. There we go.
Sean, it's got like the Stranger Things filter going on right now.
In fact, never play that again.
We're gonna go to the other side or whatever it is, right?
Sean, there are fans that think you might be arrested pretty soon.
Better.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious.
Here we are. We're just going straight to prison now with the light beams.
Well, as we apparently use a first generation Nokia to get Sean beamed in, let's go to our live reads with
Sean
Sam
coming from the BlackBerry
and Luds, and then I'm sure Sean will have it all sorted out after this.
Is it me?
It's Luds first.
Go Luds.
I'll do the same old, Sam. So, Kat, let's go with the new sweatshirt. Let's go with the hoodie. Let's leave Trump. There you go. There's the finish. Hopefully, when the boys get on the ice tomorrow, they'll be at full finish power.
Somebody needs to check on
Sean. Let's go to the hats. Sam, you got your hat on yet?
I do. Yeah.
There's a caddy hat that Sam's wearing tonight, and the train conductor one is the green hat, and the white one we all love. And how about do we have anything for what's
This
the
show
other?
is so off the rails. I have to jump in.
Oh, Cat's here.
16-bit.
Dude, what is happening?
You know what
Kat,
do?
this
Let's
is your
pull up
you're
Otter.
doing.
Let's see the Otter shirt, because Otter's going to have to get his game together tomorrow night against a team that's rested and waiting for the. There you go. Let's put Otter up there. We'll get the Otter shirt in there, and we'll just give him a little bump for tomorrow night.
I like
game.
that Luds is
There
still
you go.
trying to work and like get the read.
He's a professional.
A true
Kat, you
professional.
sound like the kid.
I have.
Good job, Luds.
Oh my gosh.
I've got
This
set
quote-
up at like the.
The new DLS T-shirt needs to say "the finisher coming."
give me a full screen right now. Give me a full screen. If we can do that.
Kat, can you give Sean the full screen?
Oh, there it is.
There's the face-off collection.
Cat's face-off collection.
By the way, Lud's called that one the green one and the black one. He's not wrong.
All right.
There we go.
This is my museum set.
Well, it's better than the nipple
Did you
shirt.
know? This is where I give like introductions for like a museum tour of like, did you know that in 1776 the United States won the Revolutionary War using cannons just like this one? Now, so this is the museum, and all the people behind me now who are cleaning up, and I'm making their actual life.
Yeah,
work
they
right
definitely
now,
don't
so-
like that you're there.
Anyway,
Right now, this show is brought to you by Ken Burns' Civil War.
yes. Can we get
Okay.
a fade to black and white?
So, or Antiques
Also-
Roadshow.
hey, also
Blue
be-
Titan with that.
be a
Our
diehard.
chat is dragging us through this. I love it. All right, so let's do some super chats while we're here and have some more fun here as the Stars lose 1-0
let's
on a
get
Zach
silly.
Werenski goal. Yeah, enough of this serious professionalism. It's time for us to take the gloves off and have some fun.
Bang.
The first one tonight belongs to Finger Blaster 911, of course. On a cannon night, of course, it's Finger Blaster with a Bishel and a Lemieux, same S, Sugar Honey Pound Tea. Oh, no, that didn't sound right. Sugar Honey Iced Tea, different day.
Sugar honey pound tea.
Bing bang.
Yes.
And then Chaotic with a Lundqvist and Year After the Cup. The Dallas offense got a vasectomy tonight. They definitely shot blanks. A nice little shout out to our thumbnail tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All
Bing
right.
bang.
Meaty Hammer. Boy, we're sticking with the gun theme
Yikes.
tonight. A DeSmith and a 99 Cup year. I feel like they played okay and came up blank. Ouch.
Bing bang.
Agreed.
And then Finger Blaster 911 with the second. This is a Oscar Beck and an Eric Lindros. Stars out hit 35-7 tonight. 26 in hits, no real scoring depth. This current version is not built to last, and I'm afraid adding one, maybe two players is not enough. Okay, two things. One, your concerns can be valid, and two, the statistician, the offensive official counting hits tonight was like triple every time there was a hit. The numbers, and you even heard
Quit
Razor say,
defending them. Regardless
No.
of you're right.
Classic
did you really
official
think that they
defender.
had 32 hits after two periods?
That's a
It's
lot.
the point. It's the point.
Fair enough.
But the real Luds, does that concern you? Their level of physicality,
Yes.
because I know it did last year. It does this year specifically.
This chat,
Yeah, I mean,
I know. I like how Sean is looking around like he's about to get kicked out. I love it.
I just keeping an eye on things. That's all.
He's just waiting for the security guard to show up and tap him on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, sir, it's time to
I
leave."
got kicked out of the garden, so it happens.
How'd you get kicked out of the Madison Square Garden?
Remember, I was in there. I was trying to do the show from the seats, and the guy was like, "You can't be down here." And I said, "Okay, I'll go to the press box." He said, "You can't be up there either." So I said, "Okay, I'll see you guys later."
So I guess my question is, did you ask anybody before the game started if you could go anywhere?
I'm gonna
After
go
the
rescue
game.
I'm gonna go grab my backpack before it gets
You talking to
picked
me
up
or
with the
Sean?
rest of the arena.
Either one who wants to answer. Go get him, Sean.
I did not. I didn't ask anybody. I like to ask for forgiveness.
It didn't work in Madison Square Garden, did it?
It did not. It did not. or in Tampa Bay when I actually forgot we had a post-game show and walked outside, which is why I was at that creepy bar.
See, I thought you went outside for fun. I didn't realize that you forgot and
I followed Mike Heika right to the bus, and then I went, "Oh, I forgot.
Wait,
Mike has to go on the bus. I got
you didn't get to go on the bus?
They didn't let me on the bus. No, Jamie
Okay.
said no. It was just Jamie Ben was standing there, and he said absolutely.
Oh
not.
well, if it was me, he clearly would have said yes. Because him and I have such
For
a great
sure.
relationship.
For sure.
Sean and Jamie have a very weird, respectfully adverse relationship.
It was one of the healthiest relationships in my life. We have a mutual dislike for each other at times, but we also both greatly respect each other. So that's all that really matters in life. So
That's it.
That sounds like a lot of Ludz's opponents in his playing career.
I mean,
Wait, who are you talking about, Tom?
Jamie.
Hey, Ludz started listening to us again.
Oh. I think we were talking about Sam versus buses at first, and then somehow it led to a whole other thing.
Jamie
All right,
Ben.
I can't hear anymore. I got to
Who
take
are
the
you
hat off.
talking about that you guys have a mutual dislike for each other or whatever?
Oh, I was saying Jamie and I have a mutual respect /
Oh, is that right?
yeah. It's healthy though. Like it's healthy. I mean, there's times where at one point it was when Robert was helping with something. Robert told Jamie that it was to grab something for me, and then Robert said, okay, well just tell him also F him too as well. And then Jamie and I had it, and then we kind of have the FU relationship to each other. That's actually very respectful. It's weird, but that's how the world works. So
Gotta love it. All right. So we still have a few minutes left to go in tonight's post-game show, and there's a game tomorrow night. And Sean does indeed look like a college professor taking his class on the Revolutionary War Museum field trip. I very much appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go to Ludz and see if we can bring his attention back to the show, which is not always an easy task at this time of night. Stars Blues. Blues have not been good this year, Ludz, but they find a way to win a few in a row every now and then. They're not just cannon fodder. And I have to think with them being rested, they're going to be a problem tomorrow night.
The Blue Coats.
Oh,
They're
hey.
not,
The Blue Jackets too.
I took history at the University of North Dakota, so I didn't want to show off here.
Oh, that was
Oh.
history one.
That
You know
was
what, I
after
think
his
that
bowling
You have
class.
to be wary of them. They can be a dangerous team. Well, the bowling balls went into the cannons. So, but I would think that what happened? Everybody's stuck.
No, we're still here, Ludz. We're just laughing.
we're all here. I just keep muting because the noise has just gotten louder and louder around me.
Well, that's the host. It's like this every night, John. I think you have to be worried about a team like St. Louis. I think number one, should Binnington play, he's got the ability to say, hey, I'm going to step up. And then I think what that team will do is they have the way that Monty believes that they have to play to win hockey games is they can be frustrating. They can shut you down, and goals aren't going in as late, with the exception of the Boston game. So they have to be serious about tomorrow night's game.
I think just like Vladislav Kolyachonok asked for a late checkout the other day after the Boston game, I think Justin Falk should get stuck in Dallas because of weather.
Ooh, yes, Sam. Too soon?
No.
Because here's the thing, and Sean reminded me of something that Jim loves to talk about. Jim Nill he is always beating on the drum of you just have to get in. Right? It's not about how you're playing at this time of year. It's how you're playing when you go into the tournament. You need a ticket, right, Sean?
Yeah, it's if you get in, you gotta roll the die to win the whole thing, and Jim is a big believer in that. Obviously, you can improve those odds, but they're not gonna overly worry about losing a game tonight. They're not going to have the reaction that a lot of people will want them to have. Honestly, within our within our listenership and viewership and everything like that.
I'm guessing you'll see Jake Ottinger as the starter. That's no big surprise. Do you guys see any? I mean, the big question would be Mikko Rantanen. Is he recovered from the illness to be able to join? Do you, Sam, see any other lineup changes of the guys that didn't play going in compared to the lineup that stayed the same the last 2 games?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do it, but for me, I would put in fresh legs on both ends. I'd put in Capobianco, maybe take out Lyubushkin, maybe. Not that he was even bad or anything in the last couple games, but that's probably what I would do on the defensive end. Gives you a little more speed, and then I would put in Adam Ernie. I think it's a pretty heavy team, St. Louis. They like to play heavy. Adam Ernie's not necessarily going to give you a bunch of goals, but every game I've seen him play, he's that guy going hard to that area and using his body and his size. So that's what I would do. I'm trying to think who I would take. I mean, it'd probably be Bastian, just by the luck of the draw, maybe Colin Blackwell, but I would make both of those moves. And then, as you said, Jake and Net, there's no reason not to use fresh legs on a night after you score 0 goals.
Hey, Luds, why do you think Adam Ernie has suddenly not fallen out of favor, but kind of dropped on the depth chart? I mean, he's only played twice, I think, in the last 5 games. If I'm not mistaken, let me check on that real quick. Sorry, once in the last 5, twice in the last 7, and he's only played consecutive games once since he came back from injury. It just seems, I know they're healthier now than when he got hurt, but it doesn't feel like the coaching staff has him very high up the depth chart at the moment.
I don't have that answer, because I look for Ernie to be in the game prior to Boston. I look for Ernie to be in the Boston game, and I look for Ernie to be in tonight. So I think that what he brings is he brings a little bit more. I mean, we talk about guys like, you like the way Roscovian plays, right? I mean, we're all saying that. He goes to the front of the net. He gets those chances. He's quick. Ernie's 20 pounds heavier and goes to the front of the net. And, you know, I'm not saying he's got the same hands as Roscovian and the same little jump to it, but there's some weight that gets to the front of the net. And you do, generally, from what I've seen, is you don't move him. So I just think he's a guy that I think guys can follow. To be honest with you, I think when you put a guy like that in every line, and that's what it should be like.
Sean, any other takeaways for you from this game? The themes from this morning that, you know, whether or not they carried over or not, or as we approach the final 31 games of the regular season starting tomorrow night against St. Louis?
Not really. I was looking up famous Revolutionary War speeches to read in front of the cannon to give the listeners something for what's been happening today.
Are you going to do the Patrick Henry, give me liberty, or give me 4 checks or give me death?
Yeah, that's kind of the one I think I was going to go with on the for the readers. If we want to close with that, we can do that on a full screen with the cannon and us here and everything. So. Are we ending right?
We've got little less than 2 minutes to go, so the stage is yours, Professor Shapiro.
Okay. Take the full minutes.
If we were base enough to desire it, it is now too late to retire from the contest. There is no retreat but in submission and slavery. Our chains are forged. Their clanking may be heard on the plains of Boston. The war is inevitable, and let it come. I repeat it, sir. Let it come. It is vain, sir, to extenuate the matter. Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace. The war has actually begun. The next gale that sweeps from the north will bring to our ears the clash of resounding arms. Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is that gentleman wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death.
Now end it with the rock and roll fingers so that you get the light show after the thumbs up bubble just popped up. There's the cannon. Yes. Oh, unbelievable. That. Zoom out just a little, Luds. Now you're in the full screen. Oh, right there. Look at that. Look at, he's writing down the Articles of Confederacy as we speak. Or maybe just drafting the Constitution. I love it. Fellas and Kat, it's been quite the honor sharing the field of battle with you tonight. Well, this game did not go in the way of the precious Dallas Stars. We have done an hour, and we have to do it again tomorrow night. Stars and Blues pregame show will probably be in the studio, depending on how the weather forecast holds. Sam will most likely be at the AAC or skating up the tollway somehow, and we will catch all of you tomorrow. So, Sean, travel safe. Luds, don't catch anything with your tongue there. Sam, make sure you have your snow tires on. And Kat, thank you so much for producing. I'm Owen. Stars lose tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow on DLLS.